So, you obviously were completely dialed in on content, and then, the biggest thing that happened in your life happened, right?
Yeah.
You're making content.
Yeah.
You get a video idea, probably that you just write on the whiteboard one day, hacking or whatever the hell it was, just
Yeah.
aimbot in Fortnite. Like, could you even imagine how much that changed everything?
Yeah, I mean, bro, I wouldn't change anything. I'm glad how everything played out.
Really?
But
Okay. But please tell us from your perspective, what is that? Like, was it just an idea you threw on the board you didn't think much of? What was it
yeah,
like
I
to
mean,
post the
bro,
video? What happened after? Like,
because Fortnite, obviously has its phases of, especially that was much later on in Fortnite. So there was phases where, the views were fluctuating a lot. So I'm always trying to come up with the craziest, most clickbaity title videos. And the thing was crazy is I remember seeing a couple of videos on YouTube of other big creators doing it. They were like aimbotting and I don't know, remember what the title was. It was like aimbotting in Fortnite. I didn't actually do any more research than that though.
okay.
I didn't look into how they filmed it. So I was like, other people have done it before. Let's run it.
Yeah.
That's a crazy idea.
Yeah.
And I then made the video. I don't even remember how I found the person
The aimbot. Where'd you download the aimbot?
bro. You know what's crazy? He still messages me now. I remember like I didn't message back for a while. There was a lot going on, but like he was like, bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh,
I'm so
no
sorry.
way.
But like now we're all cool. I talk to him here and there.
Dude, he
but
probably it's so
he
something
probably
so funny
felt
for
so
him.
bad.
There's probably so many people in his
Yeah.
life is like, dude, I'm the one that gave Jarvis
Yeah,
aimbot.
but-
That's so funny.
But yeah,
It's your
and
aimbot dealer.
really, yeah, and I'm pretty sure he still sells cheats. Like I remember I was playing Rust. Like I play a lot of Rust.
Yeah.
This is like recently, like a year, 2 years ago, and he was like, yeah, if you ever need Rust cheats,
Oh my
let me know.
God.
I'm like, bro,
This guy didn't learn his lesson.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy time. And then of course, looking back at it now, I've watched those videos of these other people doing it, and they're just third party. So
They weren't
they're
actually playing.
They're random duo. Of course they know the person. It's a random duo that got in that game.
Okay.
Has got aimbot.
Okay.
So
So,
should have really just looked into that. a
well,
little bit more.
it's funny because in Black Ops 2, we used to do it so much.
Yeah.
I'd always get a J tagger, get me hacked. I made so
Yeah.
many videos.
Tensor, right? That was his whole thing.
He faked the clip.
He faked
That's
the clip.
different.
Yeah.
We used to literally do aimbot and like, I honestly though I could see the problem with it because I'm not saying we're the reason, but like we used to do it and they didn't really regulate it at all. But like the lobbies got so out of control.
Yeah.
So I feel like Fortnite just had to make an example,
For
you know,
sure.
out of somebody. But did you really think it was gonna be a permanent ban? First
No.
off, how did you even hear about it?
So
'Cause you were in
I
FaZe at the time,
remember-
right?
Yeah. So I remember, it's also crazy. One thing before, I remember putting a tweet out saying, "New video. I used aimbot in Fortnite. Go check it out." And one of the comments, Benji Fishy, he replied to me and he actually DM'd me. He was like, "Yo, this is a really bad idea. You shouldn't do this."
Oh no.
I was like, "No, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine." And now, but
Yeah.
what was the question?
Like how long was it up? Do you remember how did it happen? I'm sure they
Oh, yeah,
contacted
yeah.
FaZe.
Yeah, so remember I was checking my creator code and it didn't let me log in.
Oh,
It
no.
said, you're I said something like you're banned or something. So I checked my email. I got this email from Epic Games saying, you've been banned for cheating. I had that YouTube video taken down. And I remember calling Jordan. It's like, yo, what's going on? Like,
Jordan's your manager.
Jordan's manager, yeah. And, he was in FaZe at the time.
Yeah.
So he asked FaZe to, ask their Fortnite connects, what's going on. And they just said, we can't have this. You're promoting cheating. It's against TOS. This is going to be an indefinite ban. That's what they said. And I was like, what do I do now?
Did you ever think it was gonna actually be permanent?
No. I had a couple videos pre-filmed already. So I was like, okay, I'll just post these videos. I came up with a couple other ones that I could make without having to
Play Fortnite.
And then I remember just like sitting with Frazier and like I'm still so young. And we were doing our whiteboard. We're planning out videos for the week. And I'm like, bro, what do I do? And I was so lost. I was tripping out, That's all I had been doing for 3-4 years.
Yeah, but correct me if I'm wrong. They were like, I remember hearing things about the way that they banned you that I was shocked. Like you couldn't even play the game. even offline. Like they
No,
didn't
no,
even
no.
want you to play it,
No.
right?
I mean, my account gone, you know? I spent so much money on that account.
But if you made another account and played and they found out, they'd ban it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's just ban evading too, so that's really bad. You know, that would make it even worse if like what's going on now. Say if I had done that back then, tried to ban evade, you know, make a video saying it, pick whatever, I would have never got a second chance.
And then before we get to that, because now it seems like there is a way you're gonna get unbanned, right? But I remember
Fingers
hearing something.
crossed.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. Where they literally there was like some comment that they made that was basically like they wanted to. Your ban was so deep that even if you had a kid in the future, that he would not be able to play Epic Games.
Really?
You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
I wish I can.
Maybe
I can figure out where
Maybe
that
you
came from.
heard something that I didn't.
No,
but
probably because I was very
Yeah,
involved at like
that's what I'm saying,
with the
yeah.
management of FaZe at the time. But I remember there was something they said, which was
My
like,
kids, bro.
I swear
Yo,
to God, I remember hearing it.
it's
And
a
I was like,
generational.
it was something crazy like that, like
Yo,
extended. Like
that's insane.
they wanted to make sure that even when you have like a kid, that they're not able to. I was
my
like,
bloodline.
I was like, what?
I'm done.
Like, come on.
They don't even get a chance.
What you did was that crazy, but it was insane.
Yeah, I mean, now looking back on it, they've had so many different scenarios where these guys have cheated in tournaments for money on the line.
Yeah.
But they're not like a influencer or whatever, so they get a ban that is nowhere near as bad, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, you know.
I saw them recently, like they sued someone that cheated. Did you see that?
I
Some
think
guy
so,
cheated.
yeah.
He won a tournament. They made him pay back the money. They sued him and they made him
Yeah.
post like a public apology.
Really?
You didn't see
They,
that?
no,
Yeah.
they did actually send me a cease and desist though. My mum got served. That was that was 2 years ago. She got served at her work.
No.
You know, some lady came up and just
At her work?
yeah, in
No
England. But
way.
that was actually pretty bad. That was because of that was my fault for sure.
Because you played
We,
it, right?
No. We were doing like we found this Epic Games building in England. And we were doing some protests and stuff. I actually had to take down the videos. You know, the videos aren't on YouTube. I can't post them,
Yeah.
or else I'll get sued and that.
Yeah.
And you know, we had a bunch of kids. You know, we rounded up loads of kids from school. Come with us. We all wrote signs like protesting outside this building.
That's so funny.
And it's because we like showed the building. We did too much.
You like kind of doxed their location.
Yeah, like one of the videos, the whole mission was I'm gonna try sneak into the building and get into the mainframe and ban myself.
Yeah.
But I had like a hidden camera on me. I like went inside the building.
You actually went in?
Yeah, so
No
I was
way.
trespassing essentially.
Uh,
So that was not great.
Yeah.
Took down the video as you apologized.
yeah. It's again like
Yeah.
when you're in the YouTube
Just
mindset,
content,
you're not
like,
thinking that.
I'm
deep.
not thinking. Yeah, exactly.
That's a banger video.
I don't
breaking
think
into the
I don't
epic.
think of the repercussions.
Breaking into the epic headquarters sounds like a.
It banged. Dude.
Yeah.
It went crazy.
But then you realize that I'm trespassing and filming myself trespassing.
Mm-hmm.
That's so funny. And you obviously you had a few live streams in the house when you were here in LA still,
Yeah.
where you guys played Fortnite, but you had like someone else playing.
Yeah, you know Slater?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for me. He had like a similar kind of play style. He was on like a
Yeah.
controller too, and he was just right off to the side of me. That was actually one of my best videos I think I've ever done, where we like tricked the whole internet. I remember it went live, like we did the whole build up, we did the tweet, getting everyone gassed about it, and then had Slater off to the side. We made sure to record like what we should have done, because I had a controller in my hand. I should have had like, a banana or something, so they could clearly see that I wasn't playing. But we made sure to show, it was Slater. But that stream banged.
It had like what, 40K viewers?
Yeah, 40, 50K viewers.
So crazy. Just you playing Fortnite.
Yeah, and then I got banned. I got banned in the game. They banned my account. I accidentally leaked the
Gamer tag,
user
yeah.
ID or whatever, and they banned the account in the game, which made the video so much better. I didn't tell Jordan about it.
Yeah. Oh,
And
and he's probably stressed.
All of
out.
FaZe were tripping out.
Yeah.
They were tripping out. Yeah.
Because, dude, by the way, I remember like Epic was weird with us. I don't know what the relationship's like now, but that because
I mean, yeah.
we went.
I probably
Yeah.
have a
No,
little
but like
bit.
we went to the World Cup
Oh, even then.
and we were getting swarmed at the World Cup,
Yeah.
and they were like mad about it. Like, dude, we can't do
I
anything
mean, yeah.
about it. Like,
I mean, bro.
they didn't give us any like special seats or anything. I'm not saying they should have, but we were just sitting with the crowd.
That's
And
crazy.
the aisles would get like, we had like 15, 20 FaZe members deep.
Yeah,
And the
and
aisles
that's
would get
when
like
that was
packed.
like prime Fortnite too.
Yeah.
I know High Sky was there.
And they were like pissed about it. They're like really weird with us. So that probably didn't help the relationship when you played with that too. Whatever. It's all funny. It's all funny
Yeah.
looking back at.
It is.
How did it feel? Like I don't know. I don't know if I should say you're not that emotional, but feel like you're not the most emotional guy. Obviously, there's the viral meme of you
Yeah,
crying in
of
the
course.
video,
Yeah.
which like over 20 million views.
Yeah.
But how did that really feel like?
You know, like I said, I'm not like an emotional person like that, but there can, for sure, something that impacts me personally, financially even. It's a big deal, And I was like 17. My whole life was Fortnite. That's all I was thinking about. That's all I was doing. That's all I enjoyed.
Then
And
you
I was
had
just,
probably
like,
thousands of
lost,
tweets making fun of you
know?
every day
Of course, yeah.
for crying, right?
Yeah.
How did you feel like, or did you
I
get
kind of
into
just got like numb to it, Like I really just focus on like the good over the bad. Everyone's gonna have an opinion, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna keep doing my own thing.
So it didn't really affect you too deep?
No, maybe it did. Maybe I just don't realize it. Kind of growing up now, it's funny. Yeah, I find it funny, to look back at that. It's a cringe video for me to watch. Like I don't think I could watch the full thing.
You crying?
Yeah, I'd laugh, be like.
Oh, that was
awkward,
real, right? Like
awkward,
that was
yeah.
really your reaction.
Bro, a lot of people thought I faked that.
Yeah.
And like I can act in videos, sure, like I can't fake something like that.
I can
Crazy,
imagine.
bro.
Like, and you're young, and you just fell into this career that's very big, and
Yeah.
you're like the biggest name, one of the biggest names of
for sure,
Fortnite.
it's a
So
big thing.
that's a lot.
And
I'm sure your
yeah.
brother was good throughout it, and your mom.
Oh yeah,
You had,
for sure.
you had people around you supporting you.
Yeah,
Because again, like
I wasn't planning on crying. Like they didn't tell me like you have to cry in this video. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's just naturally happened when I was reading it. It's just kind of
It hit you.
hit me. Yeah,
Yeah.
Like